All right, so we got the brand new info for Thoma. We're gonna go react to his abilities, and we're gonna talk about him and how his interactions are gonna be going into all his kit, what I think about him, and all the details. Jump into it. Headphones are on.
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set. Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. I'm not from Inazuma originally. I took a boat all the way here from Mondstadt. Inazumans are definitely more particular about etiquette than Mondstatters. On that note, if you ever want my lady's opinion, you may have to coax it out of her. She's so polite, she doesn't always speak her mind. People whose attention is always focused on other people's weaknesses tend to expose their own weaknesses pretty easily.
Thirst Lord Husbando in the building. Dude, this flip is nice. We haven't a cool character for a dude since like Xiao.
Check this out! Supporting fire!
From Kazuo, I guess.
Hey, how about we go for a nice meal sometime? My treat, of course.
That's not bad. That was actually a pretty chill video. All right, so let's go into Thoma. Thoma's English VA is Christian Banas, not Bates. Okay. All right, Christian Banas. That's what he looks like. Damn, he looks just like Thoma. Guys, in Dying Light 2 coming out. What else is the older things? Video Game High School, Chimajiro, Pokemon, the TV series as Little Rocket RR. Never heard of that. Genshin Impact. I'm not sure what that is. Ikuboku Westgate Park TV series. Rainbow High. World Finest Assassin. I actually just started watching this. The World's Finest Assassin gets restarted. He plays Lou. So this guy, I already like this dude. Apparently Thoma is the main character from this new anime, The World's Finest Assassin. This is actually a great anime if you want to check it out. I just started checking it out. It's actually pretty good. And then Dying Light 2. Pog. Older stuff. He was in Homecoming, Girls with Balls, Last Castle, Crazy Beautiful, The Kid, Truman Show, The Truman Show, as the audio description narrator. Truman Show, man. Jim Carrey drawback. All right. Oh, he's in Cookie Run too, as Mango Cookie. All right. The Japanese VA is Morita Masakazu. That dude a fuckboy. That even looks like Thoma. Marco from One Piece? Dude, that's lit. He's he's Ichigo Kurosaki and Hollow Ichigo. I had no idea Thoma was Ichigo. I had no idea. Now I know. That makes sense. What else we got here? SD Gunman, Bakuman, Saint Seiya Omega as Sagittarius Seiya. He's in Death Parade as Yosuke Takeshi. Which one's this guy? Oh, the dude that Kuroko no Basket was Shogo Hazuki. Oh, dude, that guy was messed up. I love this guy. This guy was a great douchebag in that show. He plays Whis in Dragon Ball Super. Raya in Black Clover. Who's Raya again? Oh. And he's playing Shamakeni as Mosuke. So that's kind of cool. Very seasoned voice actor. All right, Thirst Lords and ladies, let's go check out Thoma. All right, so Thoma is a support character that can attack and protect at the same time. His elemental burst provides AoE pyro damage when attacking and continuously providing a shield to teammates. Auto attack sequence looks like a 1, 2... Let's charge attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4-hit combo with lots of hits in the third hit. And the charge attack is just like Zhang Ling, so that's gonna be fun. All right, so the elemental skill is called Blazing Blessing. Now you can actually see this inside the game already in the series, and it's an 8-second shield. So it's a really short duration shield. It doesn't do any kind of pulsate damage, as you can see, or anything like that. It's just a shield. That's elemental skill is just a raw shield. It also applies Pyro to himself, so it can actually be a cleanse too. So if you're infected with Hydro, Electro, or Cryo, I guess you could cleanse yourself with this. So potentially it's a really, really good cleanse as well. So like Diona Shield. Whenever you absorb damage, a Blazing Barrier in a stack, its duration is going to be refreshed. Okay. Oh, whenever you get a new Blazing Barrier. Okay. The maximum damage absorption from Blazing Barrier will not exceed the certain percentage of Thoma's max HP. Cool. All right. So this is Crimson Oriori. This is when he pops his ultimate, any character that uses on the field, he becomes, does pulsating pyro damage that comes out. Now, I'm not sure how this one's scaled. I'll have to go look this up because this guy was, we can actually share this because this was already in the game. But he looks like he's going to be like a Pyro shield or Xingqiu kind of thing, and I'm not sure if he's going to affect negatively the internal cooldown of Vaporize on Hu Tao. But when I tested this with Jin Yang and a similar type of mechanic, there was no major issues with conflict as far as like the internal cooldown issues. And I'm not, and from the other videos that I saw people like cheesing with this, I didn't see too many issues with charge attack problems with this character. So kind of cool. So Thoma spins his polar arm, slicing his foes with AoE pyro damage, giving him a scorching Oryu. So it does like a small amount of damage when he pops his ultimate here. And after that, every time you auto attack, it refreshes the shield duration. You can see there was no shield really, and then it refreshed it. Every time you can see like the shield duration kind of increase every time you auto attack. So as long as you're dropping it. When scorching Oryu is in effect, the active character's normal attacks will trigger Fiery Collapse, doing AoE pyro damage and summoning a blazing barrier. Fiery Collapse can be triggered every 1 second. So it's pretty much on the same cooldown as Xingqiu or Xingqiu, whatever you want to call them. And except the amount of damage the sword blazing barriers created in this way are identical to those created by Thoma's elemental skill. So essentially, when you pop the elemental skill and then you use the auto attack, it refreshes the duration. The maximum amount of damage absorption from blazing barrier will not exceed certain percent of Thoma's max HP. Same step as before. Okay. We already know that all of it is storyline and other things. So one of the things I wanted to mention today is about Thoma's shield strength and if it's going to stack up and how strong it is. So because we already know a lot of the things about Thoma's shield strength, I believe we got him at talent level 8 or so, and we can kind of see it based on trying to level him up and stuff, that his shield absorption was going up by a certain amount, so they extrapolated that amount based on everything. So the amount of maximum shield strength at say level 9 talents, if you got him with constellations, is 39% of your max HP plus 4,800 or so ish. You know, it might be a little bit different, might be worse. But his base attack is the big problem with Thoma is his base HP value. His base HP value is actually extremely low. And I noticed that it's actually pretty low in comparison to other characters. So for example, Zhongli's base HP is about 14,600. Diona's base HP is 9,500. It's a little bit higher than hers. And if we go to Yanfei, hers is going to be 9,300. So it is higher than both of those, but not even close to the level of 5-star as far as total level of HP that you can get from Zhong. Scaling on Thoma, since it is going to be just an attack percentage scaling, there's not going to be too much damage difference there. So my assumption for Thoma is that you're going to build him full HP to build out his shield, and if that damage is going to be good, you'll actually get a lot of damage off of it. The major thing though is like how the scaling is going to work on Fiery Collapses, and if it's better to go attack percentage or damage. And the Fiery Collapse is going to increase based on 2.2% of Thoma's max HP. So if you had max HP of, let's just say 35,000 HP, and you multiply that times 2.2% or whatever, it would be about 770 additional damage that you'd be dealing. And my assumption is this additional damage is very similar to the way that Zhongli's additive damage kind of works on for his overall kit. If you weren't aware that Zhongli actually has additive damage in a very similar fashion, where he's going to add on resonance damage and hold damage based off his HP. So because that's the case, with the HP damage increase, you don't really get a big increase on the elemental scale or elemental burst, but the pulsate damage overall, I guess, would be pretty close to the 33% of max HP that you're gonna get over the course of all the hits maybe, but it doesn't really seem like it's gonna do a ton of damage based on each individual hit, but each hit is gonna be in individual hits versus the 33% all at once. So you might get some decent hits in, but it doesn't look like you're gonna get lots of damage. So because you can get extra stacks, every time you scale the shield, you get extra shield strength on your Thoma, up to 25% extra shield strength. We can extrapolate what his maximum shield strength would be based off like 35,000 HP. Because if you had, say, 35,000 HP or so on your Thoma, and you multiplied that times the 39%, the shield strength is about 13,700, and the add in the 4,829, that would be about an 18,000 shield. If I compare that to, let's just say, a 40,000 HP Zhongli, that would be roughly the same amount of shield strength as Zhongli, about 3,000 less or so. Which means his shield strength is quite strong as far as durability goes. And in addition to that, you actually get an extra 25% multiplier on top of that. So you were able to get extra shield strength on top of that, which would be actually as strong, if not stronger, than Zhongli's overall shield. So I don't find that the shield's gonna break very easily. So as far as like shield strength on character for a level 12 talent character, this seems pretty strong. And I feel like that Thoma is gonna be one of those characters that you can actually do very well on as far as tankiness goes. I'm not sure what he's gonna deal with as far as energy recharge problems go. As far as his overall energy cost for his ultimate, it is an 80 energy cost. So you are gonna need a significant amount of energy recharge to utilize Thoma effectively. And I think that the major issue with Thoma is going to be his battery potential. I'm not sure how he's going to generate energy particles throughout his kit. And when I was looking at the procs from the auto attacks from the ulti here, it does not look like you're getting a ton of energy back, any kind of red particles whenever the elemental burst hits target. So there's no particle gain there. As far as the elemental skill, whenever you pop your elemental skill, you get 3 elemental particles back, and it is, I believe, on a 15-second cooldown. So energy is definitely going to be his biggest problem. Now, to combat that, you're going to probably need an energy recharge weapon in order to make sure that you can have enough. So most likely going to be something like a Favonius Spear or something like that in order to just have enough shield strength. As far as artifacts go, I would probably use something like a 2-piece energy recharge set as well as a 2-piece HP set. Just give yourself as much HP as possible if you wanted to build a full HP build. You could probably get away with Pyro and crit builds as well, so they may be actually viable for like an HP style crit build, kind of similar to how you would build Hu Tao if you wanted to go like the 4-piece Crimson Witch the Flame set. I don't really think that would be too much of an issue. As far as would you build a damage set and go 4-piece Emblem, I think that would definitely be possible, because the amount of energy recharge that we need on Thoma anyways, it doesn't seem like that's going to be a super big negative to go 4-piece Emblem on him in order to just boost out your damage, because that seems like the only real damage he's going to provide. Weapon wise, I would probably recommend, if you're going to be going for the catch, that does seem like a fine weapon for him. The new weapon that's going to be coming out for him also seems pretty good. Favonius seems fine. I don't really think you're going to be using Jade Spear because you won't be able to proc it off field. Homa, same thing. Skyward Spine might be okay. The Keaton Crossbeard doesn't seem like it's going to be a great weapon for him unless you're going to be able to get lots of energy back from this, and use Refined 5 this weapon. If you wanted to increase the elemental skill damage to be good here, but the elemental burst damage seems like the major potential for all the damage from his kit. All right. C2's, all right. I'll just go over the Constellation again. All right, Constellation 1, when a character is protected by Thoma's own Blazing Barrier, Thoma excluded, is attacked, Thoma's Blazing Barrier cooldown is decreased by 3 seconds, and his own Crimson Omeo cooldown is also decreased by 3 seconds as well. So seeing how the cooldown starts at 20 seconds for ulti, as well as 15 seconds for your elemental skill, you go down to 12 and 17 respectively. Seem like that's a pretty good deal, especially since that your ultimate duration is actually going to last for a total of 15 seconds. So that means you have only a 2-second downtime when you pop your ulti. So if you can keep your energy recharge high amount, that's actually really good. Crimson Oreo's duration is decreased by 3 seconds, so you can actually increase your ulti duration to actually 18 seconds by this. So that's a pretty darn good. It's very similar to Xingqiu's element C2 as well. After using Crimson Oreo, 15 energy can be restored, so his energy recharge problem is fixed by C4, so that helps a lot for ER. That won't be affected by your ER, but it is helpful. And when Blazing Barrier is obtained and refreshed, the damage dealt by all party members' normal charge and plunge attack is increased by 15% as far for 6 seconds. So whenever you pop your ulti and an auto attack goes off, normal charge plunge attack is actually increased for your entire team. So that's actually a huge bonus for Hu Tao teams. So you can actually get a Hu Tao extra normal charge plunge attack damage, or actually percentage damage whenever using those. So that's actually a really, really good C6 as far as supporting characters go. And I think the problem with this character is that it is a Constellation 6 based 4-star character to get these kind of damage, and it's really late in the game to go for a C6 character on a 4-star for a character that's old as Hu Tao. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna recommend this as a C6 go for it. All right, well, that's gonna do this video. My name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave us thinking about Thoma in the comment section below. You have a wonderful rest of the day. Peace.